Perfect man. Do what I want and do my bidding. And I believe that as long as my vibrate is working, I don't need a man to define me.
You think I'm playing? Y'all gotta come down there. Sir, you think I'm playing? On the weekend. You know, somebody has something that make you mad.
It hurts you to look at this shit.
It make you mad. Yeah, that's how bad. Y'all gotta come down there. Y'all gotta. People were standing around too. The dudes I work with were just standing there, looking at the girl walking by like. And one of them was talking to us. She came over to, and I could see they was coming over to us because we standing together talking. We're in uniform. And I could see they was motioning. They said, ask one of these gentlemen. So I called them before they said it. I said, we don't know anything. So they stopped. They was going to be like, oh, okay. I said, no, that's a joke. Come on back. So she started asking. I said, while she talking, I hear one of them say, damn. And I didn't know why. And I said, what's wrong? They still talking. I said, he said, did you see her? Why we was talking? So he had to say, damn, even though we talking right there. And they said, that's how.
We don't take what?
Yeah, because he said she pulled him while she was standing in front of us, and he went, damn. It's a bunch of perverts down there. We done got it so good to the sign. We ain't gotta say nothing to you. Y'all walk in and they see me and I go, and they know behind me. They know behind me.
They got their own language without saying a word.
Or this. I walk in and say the person has that glass over there, and they can see me sticking out, and I go. And they know they better scan and everything. That's how they do it. Because one dude in the movie, there's a picture booth. I came around the corner. It's like a corner, so you can't see what's coming. He said, what's up? And then I didn't say nothing. Then the girl turned the corner. He said, damn. I said, bro, you know when I come around, good things happen, bro. So whenever you see me, that's what we got to dance to the sign, bro. Me and dude got a code on the radio, so nobody else understands. Say he'll say a number. What they say? We got different areas of the building. They halls, like museum halls, like a hall 5, hall 6, hall 7. And mics mean minutes, like how long you gonna be? 30 mics. So he'll call me and say, can you 10-19 and 6 mics? And I know he mean come to hall 6, and don't nobody else know that. I say 10-4.
That's the coolest.
We work down to the side, bro. That's funny though.
So what's y'all got codes? Y'all got codes for when?
Oh, and we got another one. Red alert, or like meaning the color or whatever.
But y'all say that on radio or nobody else?
We say that in the vicinity.
Okay.
Numbers. When we all of us is at the door and like if somebody see something, or I go out front, I see one coming, I say you got 10 coming. 10. 10. And everybody know they better look. If I say a 10, they know it's a 10.
Oh my gosh. What's the highest number that y'all had?
One girl got 14. It's Puerto Rican girl. This is a girl, man. I'm gonna tell you how bad she came in strip. I hit. One thing, their men will grit on you. Because say if the girl look over there at you, they feel a threat. And they be like, you know, and then man will claim them, be like all up behind them and holding their hand and grabbing them. This girl came through and people was like, I mean from this piece of hair to her toenail, she was bad. With nothing on her body out of place. She came up into the Hope Diamond. We had seen it. And me and him was talking. She came up and this how loud he said it. We was over here. She walked up. He said, oh my God. That girl was bad. She at 14. We followed her 14. That's how bad she was. We followed her around the building until she left.
See what guys talk about. Having a good time here.
The fan ones ask you a question, they get a little different treatment. But I try not to do that. Because I say, treat the 80-year-old man just like you treat the 21-year-old girl in a tank top. Don't treat them differently because you get in trouble like that. Because if people see you, you're nice to them. But then he was rude, you know. But they do get a little special treatment. They can come up. Hello. Can you tell me? He's like, hey, I don't know what you did.
Like out of all your experiences, has it ever been similar experiences or one specific question that's
I have a
constantly
recurring
where
question.
you're like, damn.
I'm not sure why guys have such an issue with honesty.
I think there's so many different issues around how girls are raised and how boys are raised that really leave a lot of space.
It's too diverse.
Well, I mean, like, girls are raised to try to impress boys. Nowadays, especially, you know, I don't like the whole nowadays scenario, but, you know, I think I've heard people say this before, like a dude had to come correct to get a girl's attention. And nowadays, you know, he could be thugging, he could be doing whatever, and she trying to wear the lowest cut, you know, thong out, kind of just to get any kind of attention. And I don't know if that's always been the case. And I don't even think now it is the case, because I think guys still want to chase, but so many girls feel like they have to go further and further in order to get somebody's attention that they're willing to accept a lot of mess because they're not used to being treated as you know the queens that they are.
I never hear any good stories.
I know.
You know, there's nothing to look forward to for a man to get married. Nothing. I mean, you hear all the bad. I'm stuck with the same woman, and then especially the sex thing.
Yeah.
That's across the board. We always want sex. And not only that, but the frequency, how often, and then how often you hear no. I'm going to tell you, if I knew I would hear no as much as I have over the years of being married.
But what is that? I mean, because I can't see myself saying, like,
see, a lot of women.
So then what is it? What do you think it is as men? I mean, that's a question that you can ask women, married women. What is it that you think that causes us to start to pull back sexually?
And just, it seems that they seem to be so concerned about hurting your feelings, or you can't handle whatever the truth may be, and so they say what they think you want to hear, and things like that, or they just can't be honest in the first place.
So that's your question.
So that's my question.
Why is it?
Because they seem to assume that women as a whole are not able to handle whatever the truth is and lie about that instead of just being upfront.
Okay, so my question would be, for those men that actually do find good women and know that they are good women, why is it that once things really start to work out, you really start to have a good relationship, then do you sort of why do the men want to sort of take a break or stop or find fault in something when typically it's going very, very well?
Well, you know what's going on with the documentary and stuff. Did we answer that last?
But this is what you're taking?
Mm-hmm. That one question.
My question would be the question about commitment. For different reasons, men have not been able to make a commitment. In my experience, it's been interesting because I think men have found themselves definitely in love, definitely happy with me, but still have problems kind of taking that next step.
What's the next step?
Whether it be, so in terms of my current relationship, we've been dating for 3.5 years now. We've only been, what I feel, in a real committed relationship. Not that it's been a monogamous relationship, but a real deep relationship where he's able to admit how he feels and I can admit how I feel without making him uncomfortable. For maybe the past year. We met in November. We dated heavily through the month of December. January rolls around and all of a sudden he's not calling anymore. He's backed off, that kind of thing. This is when we first met. It came out later on in the end of February, March, that he was scared. That he got himself into something that he wasn't expecting, wasn't ready for.
And has that been your kind of current experiences with other guys you've been with?
The experience. Even when I was single and dating, it was the same kind of thing. Had a lot of fun, everything was cool, but it was still kind of, is this something, just in my personal experience, it's been that, am I ready to take this next step kind of thing. Not that I was being serious, not that I was asking for anything, but it definitely was kind of that fear of saying, this is good, this is fun, let's do this for a while, kind of that type of thing.
Pose your question. Your question would be?
I don't know how to phrase it. I mean, I think there are different levels of being afraid to commit, but why? Why are you afraid to commit, and at what point do you decide that this is okay to kind of take the next step to be involved and to admit your feelings and to be comfortable with it? Not only around that person, but around other people and to invite them into your lives, as opposed to just have this kind of separate good thing going on this side.
The number one question I think we had, and we did a little survey, and the number one question that women had about men was why they men cheat. The second most popular question was why are men afraid of commitment, and the third was why are men afraid to be honest with women. Has there been any experience that you had that's been similar from like different guys that you dated that made you think of, I wonder why you all guys seem to do that? Like, you know, shooting off the top of my head. It could be something like, why when I meet a guy, something like that, they always want to open the door for me in the beginning, but then you get to know them.
Why are men willing to kind of seek out extra affairs as often as they are?
When they already have.
Yeah, and what does that mean to the woman that they're trying to pursue? Like, you know, there was one dude, I swear he was just consistent. We were cool, you know, I would be like, we could be friends, but that's it. And he consistently be like, no, be my woman. You mean be your other woman? No, I'm cool. You know, I just don't understand why a man feels the need to add somebody else before ending a ongoing relationship. Like, it's not really fair to the woman that they're trying to pursue.
Because it's allowed, it's accepted. Not to everyone, but generally, it's accepted.
But it's like a culture of it. It's almost like an expectation that that's what you're supposed to do because you can, and that's what you want to do because
You're right.
you're a man.
You're
Like,
right.
It's almost like a definition of being
You're
a
right.
man.
You're right, but there's a whole lot of little parts to that we don't see. Subconscious things, the things we hear on the radio, the music, television, the way your brothers, you know, and father raised you. So all those little things play a part in it. But one of the other parts is that, you know, it's accepted. Whoever women we're doing it to, they're allowing it. So it's telling us that it's okay. So I will say this in the defense of women, that when they have issues, whatever they may be, the job, the children, they're really not in the mood.
Well, yeah, that's what I was
to
going to
do
say.
it.
Is
Now,
that right
I mean-
now, as a 31-year-old single woman who has taken on a lot right now with her job and traveling,
Mm-hmm.
I go to work, I go to the gym, I come home, and I'm ready to fall out.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Imagine kids
right.
and extra
Well,
things.
what about without kids? You said after your first year of marriage. I don't know if you had children
Yeah, I had
immediately
children.
after.
I had one child.
Okay, so,
Yeah.
well, yeah, I mean, having children.
I
is a
know
whole
this.
other
I
thing,
mean,
'cause
whatever,
your energy-
however you measure it, all I know is the more responsibility, and the more that things came up, she really wasn't in the mood. I think men on the other hand, myself, it's always time.
Like,
Yeah,
and
we
is
gotta.
this like every married man that you've spoken to? I mean,
Most.
really.
Most.
I hope I don't become like that.
I think it's
No, it's not
I don't
an
think it's anything
intentional
that you can help.
thing.
I think it's gonna something that's gonna naturally happen, and you're gonna be, God, I'm really tired, and I don't want to do this, and he wants to do this. And interesting enough, with that, I think about that one time, 2 times of feeling like that, back to back. You're like, damn, it's the 4th day of him asking for it, and I don't want it. I'm not gonna do it tonight. I'm just not gonna do it. And I think, you know, that's how it starts. Right now, it's not a lot to look forward to at all. But what's funny is no married man ever told me that
But
either. Thank
here's-
God they didn't.
Actually, where it's the opposite, where women are wanting and men
Yeah, I
are
found
just.
a couple of guys
And
that
I know.
they were older guys though.
Look at that.
I know some unmarried ones like
It's
that
a
too.
low ratio.
Yeah, it is a low ratio.
I know, but I know some, because there are women who have, you know, women when they get to
Well-
their peak, their 30s, that's when your sexual peak is.
They're younger, anywhere between 16 and 25. Their curiosity is so much.
Experimental level too.
Yeah, the
Right.
experience, you're willing to
Right.
try anything, and that's
Right.
what makes it so much better.
Right, but then if you have a woman who was experimental between those ages, and then when she's 30 and she's coming to her own sexual being, then it's even more so. Because that's what I'm saying.
It's peak.
I think also it has a lot
Stimulants,
to
everything
do
just.
with women's sexual experiences, and
Gotcha.
it has to do with how they lost their virginity,
I heard.
how they've been treated sexually by past lovers or people or men on the street, how they have been conditioned as women as far as sex is concerned. Go back to the late, to the early 1900s. Just in the history, sex was not supposed to be pleasurable. It was for procreation, and women it was a duty that you did for your husband. So I think if you take that into consideration, you would find there are so many women that have so many sexual issues because of past relationships, and that's whether it's been abuse